Thank you so much, Madam Chair. It's a privilege to be here with my joint author, Assemblymember Patel, particularly as the first two Hindu Americans to ever serve in the legislature. It's an honor to present AB 268, which would add Diwali as an official state holiday in California. Diwali, a festival of great significance to Indian Americans and South Asian Americans, and is celebrated annually by Hindus, Sikhs, Buddhists, and Jains of all ethnic backgrounds throughout the United States and across the globe. The exact date of Diwali is determined by the 15th day of the month of Kartik in the Hindu lunar calendar of each year. Generally speaking, it tends to be towards the end of October or early November. Similar to other recently enacted state holidays, AB 268 also allows for public schools to elect to close in recognition of Diwali and allows state workers to elect to take the day off as one of their personal holidays. Even though California often leads in its diversity, we are not the first state to recognize Diwali in its state laws. Last year, Pennsylvania became the first state to officially recognize Diwali as a state holiday. New York requires public schools in the city of New York to be closed on Diwali as a school holiday. Other states are also considering similar recognitions through state measures, including Massachusetts, Nevada, Illinois, and Connecticut. California is home to the largest population of Indian Americans, many of whom come together for Diwali to celebrate the religious and historical significance and participate in festivities throughout the state. I certainly have fond memories of celebrating Diwali with my family as a child growing up here in California, and what started as small gatherings at home, which still continue to this day, have also been supplemented by wonderful cultural celebrations throughout our community, celebrated by a wide diaspora of the South Asian community. I'm grateful, as mentioned, to be joined with my colleague, Assemblywoman Darshana Patel, who is a joint author on AB 268, here to provide additional testimony. And after Assemblymember Patel speaks, we have with us Rajvi Patel, a young San Jose resident in support of AB 268, and I'm assuming no relation.
Thank you, Assemblymember Kalra. We're all related somehow. Thank you, Madam Chair and committee members, for hearing our testimony today in support of AB 268. Just telling a little narrative, 2016 was a very exciting year for me, and not just because that was when I first ran for and won my position on the Poway Unified Board of Education, but it was also the year that the United States Postal Service introduced the Diwali stamp. Finally, I would have the chance to put our holiday stamp on my annual family Diwali letter that I mailed out to my family and friends every year. And how did this family's tradition start? Well, as the daughter of Indian immigrants, I know how important it is to follow the meaningful traditions, and these are the threads that we use to weave the tapestry of identity, purpose, and meaning in our daily lives. Growing up, we looked forward to celebrating the holiday leading up to Diwali, even though our Indian community was very small at the time in the community I lived in. I loved making traditional sweets with my mom, with recipes that were generations old, receiving gifts of new clothing and books, and reflecting on the meaning of the holiday. It was a time when we could be celebrating in community together with a community I felt deeply connected to. However, the unfortunate truth was that while I was joyful at home, it was very difficult for me to explain to my friends, teachers, and even for my parents to explain to their colleagues at work the meaning of the holiday and its significance. Fast forward to today. I'm thrilled to be sitting next to Assemblymember Kalra as joint author introducing AB 268. This bill reflects the broader truth. California is home to one of the largest and most vibrant South Asian communities in the nation. Hindus, Sikhs, Jains, and Buddhists across our state celebrate Diwali each year, and we're seeing an increasing number of other community members celebrating with us in lighting the holy lamps. By acknowledging this holiday, we are affirming that our experiences, our faiths, and that our contributions matter. And while Diwali comes from a specific tradition, its message is actually quite universal and ancient. It's good triumphing over evil, light overcoming darkness, and the enduring power of community, resilience, and hope. These are actually all California values. These are all human values. Let's ensure that all Californians see themselves reflected in our state's holiday calendar and our culture, not just for our generation, but for the many generations to come. I respectfully ask for your aye vote today on AB 268. Thank you.
Thank you. You may begin. You have 2 minutes.
Sorry. Good afternoon, Chair Rubio and members of the governmental organization. My name is Rajvi Patel, and I'm honored to sit before you today as a proud Hindu from San Jose. I am in strong support of Assembly Bill 268. Why not Diwali? This is the question I repeatedly asked myself growing up in California. Every year, I would eagerly watch the ball drop on December 31st, and as the sky lit up with fireworks, I would be reminded of the fireworks I lit during Diwali. A celebration just as grand, just as meaningful, yet so often overlooked. California is a beacon of diversity. It's a place where cultures, traditions, and communities come together to shape the very fabric of our society. And yet, for so many Hindu Americans like myself, Diwali, one of the most sacred and cherished festivals of our culture, has never received the recognition it truly deserves as a holiday. Every year, I celebrate Diwali at the BAPS temples in Milpitas and Chino Hills, where I get to volunteer, I get to mentor young Hindu Americans, and I get to share my heritage with the broader community. Just last November, I had the honor of celebrating Diwali at the state capitol with many of you here today. Together, we embrace the essence of Diwali, which is light over darkness, hope over despair. And in times like these, when so many immigrant communities feel unseen and afraid, that message has never mattered more. So by recognizing Diwali, you're not only honoring the holiday itself, but you're honoring the hundreds and thousands of Hindu Americans that call California home. And so this is your opportunity to say yes to representation, to inclusion, and to a California that reflects its people. So I ask you, honorable members of the committee, why not Diwali? I urge your vote for AB 268. Thank you.